The full name of Al-Tabari is Abdul Ja'far Muhammad ibn Jarir Al-Tabari, and he was born in 839 CE in Amon, Tabaristan, the present-day called Mazar-Dara province in Iran. He hailed from a scholarly family and received an intensive education in various fields, including Islamic jurisprudence, hadith study, theology, and Arabic language and literature. While for Ibn Khaldun, his full name is Abdul Zaid Abu al-Rahman ibn Muhammad ibn Khaldun al-Hadrami. He was born on May 27, 1332 in Tunis, present-day called Tunisia. He was descended from an illustrious family with a rich scholarly tradition, and he received an elite education in Islamic law, theology, philosophy, and literature. In life, Al-Tabari traveled widely throughout the Islamic world, studied under renowned scholars and acquiring knowledge from diverse sources. Al-Tabari's scholarship extends beyond historiography to include Quranic exegesis, hadith commentary, and theological discourse, reflecting his multifaceted intellectual interests. Meanwhile, Ibn Khaldun's life in early years were marked by political upheaval and instability, as he witnessed the decline of the ruling dynasty in North Africa and the rise of new power. Ibn Khaldun's intellectual journey took him to various centers of learning across the Islamic world, including Fez, Granada, and Cairo, where he engaged with leading scholars and pursued his study.
Okay, we move to the next part, which is what is the method that using by Ibn Khaldun in his historical. So, his method involved a comprehensive analysis of historical events, societies, and cultures, emphasizing the interplay between environment, social structure, and human behavior. We move to the framework of Ibn Khaldun. Ibn Khaldun framework included concepts such as asabiah. Asabiah meaning is social cohesion, the cyclical nature of civilization, and the importance of socio-economic factors in shaping history. Ibn Khaldun work laid the foundation for modern historiography and sociology. So next we will see what is the element of methodology that using by Al-Tabari. The first one is collection of sources. Al-Tabari meticulously collected and scrutinized a wide array of sources, including oral tradition, historical narrative, official document, and religion texts such as Al-Quran and Hadith. We move to the next methodology that using by Al-Tabari in his historical. The second one is critical analysis. He critically examined the authenticity and reliability of his sources, often cross-referencing multiple accounts to corroborate historical events and separate fact from fiction. The third one is he using a chronological organization. Al-Tabari structured his historical narrative in a chronological manner, providing a detailed timeline of events from prehistoric time to his contemporary era. Al-Tabari also using a method that we call contextualization. He emphasized the importance of understanding the socio-political, cultural, and religious context surrounding historical events, believing that his contextualization was essential for interpreting and analyzing them accurately. Next, he using interpretation and commentary. Al-Tabari provided his own interpretation and commentary on historical events, often incorporating theological and jurisprudential insight into his analysis. The last method using by Al-Tabari is influence of Islamic thought. As a devout Muslim scholar, Al-Tabari historical writing were influenced by Islamic theology and jurisprudence, with an emphasis on highlighting the role of divine providence in shaping historical events. So overall, Al-Tabari methodology and framework for developing historical thought were characterized by meticulous research, critical analysis, contextualization, and a synthesis of various scholarly disciplines. His monumental work we call the history of the prophet and king remain a cornerstone of Islamic historiography and continues to be studied and revered for its depth and breadth of insight into the early Islamic world.
So now we are looking into the contribution of Ibn Khaldun's contribution to historical thought. Firstly, the Muqaddimah is a comprehensive introduction to history, philosophy, sociology, and economics. The Muqaddimah, considered as one of important work in the field of social science, and is credited with laying the foundation for the modern study of history. One of Ibn Khaldun's most significant contributions to historical thought is his theory of cyclical theory. According to this theory, society undergoes a cyclical pattern of rise and decline driven by factors such as social cohesion, economic prosperity, and political stability. Ibn Khaldun promoted the concept of asabiyah or social cohesion that comes from shared belief, value, and custom. He argued that asabiyah is the driving force from the rise and fall of civilization. According to him, strong bond of solidarity and group identity among members of a society contribute to its strength and restoration, enabling it to overcome challenge and establish political order. However, as society becomes more sedentary and complex, the sense of asabiyah weakens, leading to a decline in society cohesion. The history of the prophet and king, commonly referred to as Tariq al-Tabari. This monumental work covers the history of the world from its creation up to the Islamic era, providing a detailed account of events, personality, and civilization. One of al-Tabari's key contributions to historical thought lies in his meticulous approach to historical research and documentation. He collected and synthesized a varied array of sources, including early historical work, oral tradition, biography, and official documents to compile his chronicle. Al-Tabari also provides commentary and analysis alongside his narrative, offering insight into the motivation, context, and consequences of historical events. In conclusion, Al-Tabari and Ibn Khaldun made significant contributions to the development of historical thought through their respective work. Al-Tabari's meticulous research, clinical analysis, and commitment to objectivity enriched the practice of historical writing, while Ibn Khaldun's groundbreaking theory and interdisciplinary approach revolutionized the study of history and society. Their legacy continued to inspire scholars and shape the understanding of the past history.